Hi guys, today we're going to use a percentage to find a scale factor. Figures 1, 2 and 3 are given. There's a reduction of 60% from figure 1 to figure 2, and there's a 200% increase enlargement from figure 2 to figure 3. Figure A has 50 meters of an area, and figure 2 has a 3-meter length, and figure 3 has no length or width. So there's two different ways to solve this. One is I'm going to assume that the length and width of figure 1 is S and T, and S is equal to 5 and T is equal to 10. And how am I going to figure this? What's the reason behind this? The reason is there's only one way I can get a 50 area, and that is by multiplying the length and the width. So I'm going to find factors of 50 that'll give me 50 area of meter squared. Area of 50 meters squared. That's 1 times 50, 2 times 25, 4 times 12, and 5 tens, and 5 times 10. So since this is a reduction, I cannot take 1 times 50, and so forth. The same reason goes for 2 times 25, because whatever measurement S is, it has to be more than 3. So I'm going to assume that is 5 and 10, and this will give me an area of 50. And why not 4 and 12.5? Because it's decimals and I don't want to work with decimals. So I'm just going to go with the easiest one. So 5 and 10 will give me an area of 50 meters squared. Now how will we use this information to find the missing part of figure 2, which is Z? That is, to find a reduction of 60% of 5. The corresponding side for 3 meters is S, so I'm going to use 5. It's a mistake here. It's supposed to be 60% of 5. I'm going to fix it right now. So 60% of 5 is going to give me 3, which is 3 meters. So my assumption of 5 and 10 was correct. So I'm going to use that same method to find 60% reduction of T, which is 10 meters. So if I do that, I'm going to get 60% of 10 is equal to, if you said 6, then you're on the right track. Alright, so we divide, simplify, we're going to get 6. So Z is equal to 6. Now I have two measurements for figure 2. I can use that to figure out what's X and Y gonna be. So to understand that, that's an easy method. Just figure out 200% enlargement, which means I have to double the whole. A whole is 100%. So I have 200%, which means I'm doubling. 100 to 200 is double. So double the whole. So that means I have to multiply 2 meters and 6 meters by 2 to find the corresponding X and Y value measurements. So let's do that right now. 3 meters, 200% enlargement is going to give me 6 meters. And 6 meters, 200% enlargement is going to give me 12 meters. So I have X is equal to 6 and Y is equal to 12. Then we are done. Now the next method, the second way to solve this is to actually find out what 60% of 3 is and add it to 3 to find what S is. So we can do that by finding 60% of 3, which is going to be 3 times 60 over 100. That's going to give me my setup to find out how much 60% of 3. Let's see how that is done. and that's going to give me 1 8/10 when I simplify 9 divided by 5. So 1 8/10 has to be added because S was larger than 3 meters, so it has to be added to 3 meters. So that's going to give me S is equal to 4 8/10. So 4 8/10 is very close to 5 meters that we used in the previous method, the first way to solve it. So I'm going to assume that T is going to be something closer to 10. Let's see. So 60% of this means S is equal to 4.8. So my area is 50. Now I have one length, which is 4 8/10. If I divide the area by the length, I'm going to get the width. And my width is going to be something close to 10, as I said. So it's close to 10, close to 5. My previous assumption was right. So I'm going to round it to the closest one digit, and I'm going to get the same answers as previously, because if 5 and 10 are going to be my assumptions for this one too, I can use the same method to get to 6 and 12 for X and Y.